Hey folks, Ray from Love Your RV. So back in September, you remember I installed the Easy Snap winter skirting, and I did it in September because it was nice and warm. It takes a while to put on all the little snaps and everything, so it was good to do it in the warm weather. But I also wanted to do some camping after that because here on the coast it doesn't really start to get really cold till late November, December. So I took it off and we went out and did some camping. But during that time, when I took it off and put it back on, I decided to time-lapse the whole affair, just so you can see what's involved in pulling the skirting off and then putting it back on. It's one of the reasons I decided to go with the Easy Snap skirting is it goes on pretty easy and comes off very easily, and also it comes down to a compact size for storage. So let's get to the video. Okay, well that came off pretty easily, so I'm just going to let her dry in the sun a bit. Then I got myself two of their big storage bags. They were half price when I ordered the whole thing, as long as I ordered them at the same time. Ran around, I think, $48 each, but ordered two just to make sure I got enough. I don't want to be squeezing everything into one bag. And you can always use duffel bags anyway. So I really overestimated the bag situation. All that vinyl fitted into this bag, no problem, very easily. I could probably put another whole RV's worth in there. So I got a whole spare bag. Oh well, I can always find a use for it. Anyway, and there's the other stuff. There's my front compartment wood, and then all the piping there. So it's going to be off for a little while. It's still not cold enough here to need skirting. We got about another maybe month or so here before we get maybe into November. Then it's going to start getting a lot colder, and I'll put the skirting back on. So stay tuned, and I'll do a time lapse of me reinstalling the skirting. Okay, so we had lots of fun, got on some good trips, but time to put the skirting back on. A couple nights ago it snowed, so come December it starts to get a little cool down here for December and January. So I've got my piping back laid out. I'm glad I took a video and some pictures before because when all the pieces were taken apart it was like a puzzle, but with the photos it was easy to put it back down. It took me about 20 minutes or so. So we got the piping down, and I raked it underneath just so once I get the skirting back on, I can take the gravel there and push it up against the bottom just to keep the wind from getting underneath, give it a little more stability. Okay, let's start with the bottom skirting. Okay, so I got the main skirting kind of roughed in. I haven't put the pipe clamps on yet, or tidied it up, but I'm going to put the front on. You can see I got my wood frame here. I just unscrewed parts of it and stuck it under Anne's boat, so it didn't get too wet or anything. This wood stayed pretty dry, so it's going to reassemble that, and I can put on the front skirting. Okay, back in business. So taking it off is pretty quick. It's say 30 or 40 minutes, but putting it on took me probably 2-3 hours because there's a lot of fiddling about. Also, I decided to tape the top seam. Found this stuff, it's a 3M tape, and it's guaranteed 0 residue for 6 months. Also, it's supposed to be very, very weather resistant, so we'll give that a try, because that top seam, I was a bit afraid. We get a ton of rain here on the coast, so it's going to be hitting the wall and dropping down through the seam there, so could be a problem with getting a lot of moisture underneath into the underside of the rig, and just sitting there would pool on the vinyl that's been folded underneath, and could be a problem with mold and mildew and stuff like that. Also went around all the tape with my heat gun just to warm up the glue underneath there and get a really good stick to the side of the RV. Anyway, that's why I like this this skirting, to be able to take it off and put it on pretty easily, and it stores quite small and compact. Give you the once around here. There was my access port to get underneath there. I say I got a link to the full installation of both skirtings, the main skirting and the broom. I'll link to that if you're interested or you missed it. So I'll come back probably in a couple months, once the worst of the winter is over, and give you my full review on how the skirting performed for us. Till next time, Ray from loveyurv.com. Cheers, folks.